guys, I'm headed to the No Kings protest in New York City.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. The comments in this guy's video, because this is a stitch of another person's video on a video. Oh my god. Some of the comments, I don't think that they're understanding where we're at. Like, I don't think that they know that wearing a cute outfit to a protest that really doesn't do much other than just anger the narcissist that has all the power over all of us. I don't think that your cute boots are going to stop family separations. I don't think your little poster is going to stop people being sent to concentration camps. Should I repeat that, or is the point across? I'm glad people showed up to the protests. I really am. But I really, really think that a lot of people are missing the fucking point. And it's concerning. It's concerning because the more y'all miss the point, the more innocent people get hurt. It is that serious. There are people who've already died in these detention centers. We call them detention because concentration camp makes people uncomfortable. There are people who are going missing. I've literally run into bounty hunters in my state. Okay, there are children being shackled. Peaceful protesters are being tear gassed. National Guard is being sent to fucking Portland. And there were helicopters essentially just like, I don't know, kidnapping a whole bunch of people, or at least just terrorizing them in Chicago. What is your cute little outfit gonna do? And anybody defending it, like, look, I understand that you guys think, oh, well, we just have to get to the magical number. We already did. June 14th. We got to the magical number. What happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. I'm not going to advocate for certain things, but I think we all know what the answer is now. I have several generations in my family that all agree. We come from a country where, admittedly, they've had civil conflict for the past 6 to almost 7 decades. I'm just going to say it now. And again, I'm not advocating for anything, okay? I'm not advocating for anything. I am just saying that I would rather have than a. Maybe it's because, only some people will be Holocausted, right? Only me, my family, my friends, people who aren't like straight white and willing to look away. Do we understand how serious this is? Have you read a fucking book, ma'am? Do we understand it? Do we get it? We are past the point of wanting to have more and more people out in the streets to have an angry parade. We're past that. We've been past that. We're past it. I read about how there was a woman and her child that were home alone, and ICE broke in without a warrant, terrorized them in their own home. Do we understand where we're at? Do we get it? Again, I'm not going to advocate for anything, but when that's the only language that they understand, I think we might want to start speaking that language too. Meanwhile, when I've gone to protests, especially the one in downtown LA where I've watched peaceful protesters get tear gassed, trampled by cops on horses, and, you know, rubber bullets shot at them. And there were elderly people there too, by the way. There were people with kids there too. But because they had a different color of skin than a young ma'am in the original post, nobody cares, right? I'm glad that you can enjoy wearing your cute little outfits to a protest, yeah. But some of us are actually going to be victims if you don't wake the fuck up. It's not time to be cutesy wootsy. It's not. And excuse this shirt. This is old. Okay, very old shirt. It's actually 100% cotton, which means, you know, it's old. But that's beside the point. The point y'all have lost the fucking plot. And anybody defending that. I know people are like, well, you know, at least they're going to the protests. At least they're doing that. Like, you know, they are making us a laughing stock. On the world stage, by the way, because nobody else protests this fucking stupidly. I have been in other countries where there have been massive strikes and protests while I was there. They shut down the largest capital city by blocking the roadways. Truckers in Colombia. I know that in France, they set shit on fire. They also had a recent block everything protest. I actually think it's a brilliant idea. I've read about how in Mexico, unions were overridden. I think it was a film union. I think that's how I know about it, because I'm in film. And they got really pissed that the unions weren't really doing anything, and all this crazy shit was happening, but they essentially knew an electrician, and they shut off the power for the city until they got what they wanted. Boycotts drain money. And here you are touting your overconsumption, by the way, to go to a protest. It's a protest. Your face is most likely going to be like scanned by some technology somewhere, considering the shit that they're going to try and do with Palantir, and then you're going to be added into a database. And you are not a high threat. Trust me, you're not a threat at all. But when they're done with people who are threats, and then when they're done with people who are more threats than you, they'll get to you. And you're posting your cute little fet for social media. America. I don't understand how I have seen, it's majority people of color. Like I said, my family, we're from Latin America. We have indigenous American blood, you know? And there's multiple generations in my family that all have come to a specific agreement that apparently a lot of white people, especially on the left and liberal side, unfortunately, are completely ignoring. I think we know the answer. I really do. I think a lot of people don't want to come to that conclusion because it makes them uncomfortable. But when it's either me or them, I feel like it's only people who say it's not the answer that have never had to actually deal with it or even think about being a victim to it. At least by the state. So you can stay comfortable and pretend that you're resisting and that you're doing something with your little angry parades, or you can actually build a world around that and actually resist. It's your choice.